Arsenal are one small change away from cracking the code. With this one tiny tweak, Arsenal can go from a slightly conservative team at times to an absolute attacking powerhouse. Arsenal fans are crying out for a more attacking brand of football. Arteta's coming in for criticism, and you change this one area of the pitch, all of a sudden, it opens up a whole new world for Arsenal. Look, we're playing tonight, so maybe we will see it in action tonight. Before I get into it, quickly, let me know your score prediction for the game versus Port Vale. If the game's already happened, then fine. But there are, critics out there calling Arteta, you're too defensive. You're not willing to open up and attack games. So what can we do to address that? Do you need two big central midfielders in the middle of the park? I guess that is the main question. Do you have to play Zubimendi and Rice and then just have that one attacking option in there? Let me know. Do you think we could play like a Rice or a Zubimendi and then maybe play a Nwaneri and a Ødegaard? I think if you do this, the creativity issue absolutely dissolves overnight. Now, you're not going to be able to do this in every single game. And we have to be careful because you can't approach every single game in the same way. I know as Arsenal fans, all you want, just go into a game, play attacking brand of football, win the game, and it's like you can't have it all. You can't go into every single game and open up and not expect to be carved open at times. It just doesn't work like that, right? But there are creativity issues in the centre of the park. That's why we've brought in players like Eze. And I think with Eze, can you imagine playing Zubimendi or Rice? And again, you're going to have to drop one of them. People won't like that. It's kind of like, well, no, they're one of my favourites. But we have to remember, if you want to go on to that next level, if you want to be more creative, some of your favourites are going to have to miss out on games. But don't forget, there are more than enough games to go around. So because Rice doesn't play one week or Zubimendi doesn't play the other week, doesn't mean these guys are now out of the team. We're seeing how big these squads need to be because of the injuries we're having to this Arsenal squad. I don't need to reel off the list of names that have so far been injured in this short season already. So play one of those and then maybe play an Eze and an Ødegaard. I think those two in conjunction with each other could be unbelievable because Ødegaard, he is an attacking, creative player, but we know what he likes to do. He likes to give the ball for someone else for them to finish the phase of play. He doesn't like to take that responsibility at times. He likes to look for the pass. He doesn't always like to shoot. Now, there's early signs in this season that he is starting to do that more, but Eze is that guy. So you pair those two together, the creativity issue for me, it just gives Arsenal more dangerous areas on the pitch for opposing teams to worry about. And that's what you want. You want opposition teams thinking, there's a creative outlet. If you have 4 of those or 5 of those in your attack, teams are not going to be able to work you out quite as easily. We've seen it over the past couple of seasons where teams seem to have worked Arsenal out. Is it because we're too predictable? Is it because the manager is too conservative? Again, I'm ready to have sensible conversations. Everyone is allowed their opinion. If you think Arsenal are too conservative and they need to be playing more attacking-minded football, then okay. If you think Arsenal are already attacking enough, then fine. Again, I respect everyone's opinions. The opinions I don't respect are the people who are out there saying the manager's not good enough, the players ain't good enough, the system ain't good enough, the coaching staff, the doctors, the board. And I'm like, well, you're just blaming everyone. Just crazy. But what do we do against Port Vale? Like I said, the game might have already happened by the time you watch this. So have we seen a more creative outlet? I think we need to. But we've got players injured. Do you play Bukayo Saka in this game? No, I don't touch him. Let me know your team selection in the comment section. I would go for, and I think this team is more than good enough to offer that creativity. It's not going to be super attacking because, like I've said, we've got so many players out with injury. So this is kind of a one-off. We have to be careful to rest players. Like these games, these cup games, especially against these lower league teams, can be used as an opportunity for rest. But I'm actually, in my team selection, not going to say rest every single player because I think they can also be used to continue a player's momentum. If a player has momentum or they need to gain momentum, they need to gain some confidence, I think a game like this is absolutely perfect. So I've got a team selection here that I'm sure a lot of people will agree with, but there might be some surprises in there. Kepa, start him. Ben White, Mosquera, Gabriel, you probably have to play, and then Miles Lewis-Skelly. Again, a massively changed back line. In the centre of midfield, I go Ødegaard, Nwaneri, and Marino. In a perfect world, if Ødegaard's available, I play Nwaneri and Ødegaard just so we can get a feel on how these two attacking players would play with each other. Again, we're not playing the most dominant team in the world. We're playing a League One team in Port Vale. So it doesn't matter at the end of the day what team we put out. Our B team, if we're being honest, our C team should be able to beat Port Vale. That's not me disrespecting them and saying this is going to be so easy, we should win 10-0. But they are a League One side and they are second from bottom in League One. They're struggling. They're not a strong team. So you go Nwaneri and Marino. If Ødegaard's available, play the two attacking guys. Daumann on the right. Let me know your thoughts on Max Daumann. Is this the game where we see Max Daumann finally get his first start for Arsenal? He's had a few cameo appearances and this guy has looked dangerous, especially in the pre-season, especially in the early season. This guy come onto the pitch and lit it up. Come on and done things that most of these Arsenal players didn't do. We didn't have that player who just wanted to beat his man constantly. Since then, we've had Noni Madueke who's come through and wanted to do the same sort of thing. But that confidence in the young player, don't nip that in the bud. Let him play. Again, a League One side. The only thing you need to be careful of is it's probably a very physical league. So Max Daumann is still developing, 15 years old. If he's getting booted up in the air, left, right and centre, then you probably need to take a view on it and take him off. But I think he's more than physical enough to deal with this team. So for me, Max Daumann. And then these next two positions. These are the positions I approach tactically because, like I said, I want these players to continue that momentum. And I don't think we're at a stage in the season yet where there's real fear of burnout. So for me, I play Gabriel Martinelli on the left. For me, one of our most informed players at the moment. And how long has it been since we've said that sentence? Gabriel Martinelli is one of our most informed players. It's been about 3 seasons. I've been waiting. Most of us have been waiting. Having conversations about Martinelli, praying that he can get back. Reconjure up that form of 3 seasons ago where he was dazzling. He was scary at times. The runs in behind, the finishes. And that's all Gabriel Martinelli needs. He's always got that running ability. He gets his head down and runs. It's that end product that's been missing. It's that finish that's been lacking. And if he can find his feet, if he can get another goal, I think you go into that Newcastle game with Gabriel Martinelli absolutely on fire. And again, I don't think there's any real danger of overcooking Gabriel Martinelli because he has been in and out of the team over the past few seasons. It's not like a Bukayo Saka scenario where he's played like every game for the past 2-3 seasons because he's been our most reliable, our best player. Gabriel Martinelli's had rest. He's been in and out of the team. So for me, play Gabriel Martinelli. And if he can get a goal, which I would expect him to, against a Port Vale side that's struggling in League One, then you could be onto something special with Martinelli. Victor Gyökeres, down the middle. Play him. Again, people might be saying he's played a lot of football, and he has, but he didn't have a pre-season. He's probably still getting up to speed. He's looked much fitter in more recent games, but if you ask him, he's probably not at 100% fitness yet. And I do want him to, I don't know, continue that goal-scoring form. He's had a few goals recently. I would like him to get one more. He's just won that trophy. I'm sure he's going to be buoyed, confident by the fact that he's just won the Best Striker in the World award. If you can get him a goal, I think that could kickstart something different. I think Victor Gyökeres still has a gear to go up. And I think if you play this tactically, after coming off that award ceremony, play him against Port Vale, let him get a goal, and then let the boy go. I think he would be ready to rip up the Premier League by that point. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Eze in this team. Again, it's a player that's kind of been in and out the team. He hasn't been able to cement a starting position in this team. So if we play Eze instead of Marino, then fine. In fact, that's definitely what I do. I don't even know why I said Marino. Of course, you play Nwaneri and Eze in the centre of that park. Let me know if you agree. Thanks so much to everyone for watching and listening. Before you go, if you could do me a quick favour, hit like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.